Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the river provides a beautiful backdrop to this hugely impressive arena, filled with 50,000 fans or more from Internacional, and you have to love their noise, their colour, their choreography. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add, and it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
I'm just so pleased that Andy Robertson here is finally getting the plaudits he deserves. When you consider the journey he's had from the lower tiers in Scottish football, he's become a real success story of hard graft and hunger, and you can really see that in his no-nonsense style. He's won with a very steely, determined streak.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Foot in. Hanley. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Mbappe. Parejo, he's got away. Shapes to shoot! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Internacional gain their reward with an early goal. Now it's Bergkamp. Shot could be on. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Yamal. Internacional leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Adams.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Looking for a corner. He leaps for it. Long ball upfield. Internacional are looking to go forward now. Now it's Mbappe. Chips it through. Ferran Torres picks it up out wide. Aimed at the far side. Defending of the desperate variety. Doak. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Bergkamp. McGinn. And it's McTominay. Aimed beyond the defence.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Parejo, who's set up one goal so far. Now this could be a chance, and he's intervened well there. Jordi Alba. Cafu. 30 minutes gone. And Yamal. Now it's Bergkamp. Great ball, and he's in here. Ferran Torres. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And he's quick to snatch it back. McGinn. Now, can they get him away? In comes the corner. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Adams. Internacional looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Van Dijk. Yamal. Pacho. And it's Jordi Alba. Parejo. Bergkamp. Now there's a canny finish! McGinn. Goes for the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's Robertson. Now it's Adams. Robertson finding himself in space. Keeper has taken decisive action. Good ball, good take. Towering header! And again! Oof, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Internacional have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. Away we go again.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Van Dijk. Parejo. Bergkamp looking to add to his goal. Nicely spread. Now it's Yamal, and he lines up a cross. Doak. He's on it, can he get away? Looking for the run. It's a promising position. Oh, that's fabulous. Ferran Torres wins the duel this time. Cafu. Parejo. Bergkamp. For Parejo. Still just a single goal between the sides. Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that is expertly dealt with. Doak.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 61.052
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Now it's Adams.
Adams really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that was very necessary. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And he welcomes it in. He's found the way through. Mbappe! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that, if only he managed to retain his composure.
Substituição no time do Internacional.
So we have movement on both benches.
Camisa 18, camisa 6. Deixando o campo para a entrada de
Internacional still have the cards to affect this game. Has a look up and delivers.
Scotland really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Messi. Oh, delightful ball. Now this could be a chance. McGinn. 75 minutes played. He'll try from distance! And that really should have been that.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Substituição no time do Internacional. Camisa 17, camisa 19.
And it's McTominay.
Para a entrada de camisa 16.
Messi going forward.
Camisa 22.
Oh, that's well spotted.
Substituição.
Robertson. And it's Tierney. And he's managed to get free. Robertson.
Scotland really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Messi. Now it's Lopez. And it's Bergkamp. Now it's Simeone. Simeone unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Messi. And Messi! They've got to be quick to recover this.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
That's a good ball out wide. He's picked his way through. Christie is wide and looking to get onto this. Son Heung-min. Vermin. Now it's Messi. Bergkamp. Spread to the right. Simeone receives it in a wide position. And this is goes for a shot! And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, I'm sure this wasn't in the game plan, the idea of defending a 1-0 lead, Peter, from before the break. But I suppose they were never really in danger, so there was no need to disengage the handbrake in the end.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We stand for the national anthem of Switzerland.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
So off we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Granit Xhaka and Bolo, and he's had it nicked away. Yamal. Now it's Mbappe. He's found a way through. Freuler.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's been taken short. Takes a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Xhaka is there and he can pick it up. Now it's Vargas and here's Mbolo. So Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Internacional have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Vargas. He's picked his way through. And he's quick to snatch it back. That has ended up in no man's land. He's in a great position here. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? They've played it short. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And now they can spring out of defence. Xhaka gathers from the goal kick. Over to the right flank. Pacho. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Parejo. And it's Jordi Alba. Cafu, a player of legendary status. And it's Parejo. Parejo. And here's Bergkamp. That's a sharp pass. Knocks it into space. Well, played right into his path. And Mbolo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Parejo. Played out towards the right wing. It's played through for him. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Bergkamp. Oh, good spread. Tries to pass it through. Now then, and the finish! Goal! Internacional! Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
After 34 minutes is number 11, Dennis Bergkamp.
Internacional have taken the lead.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And here's Mbolo.
Mbolo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Back towards the middle.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Vargas. Chance here to counter. Parejo does well not to be outdone there. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
The worst choice he could pick. He needed to get his head up and see the outlet to his right.
Mbappe! Oh, triumphant reaction.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's a decent clearance.
Been indicated.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Mbappe! Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Internacional coming in at half-time, leading by 1 goal to nil.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Internacional just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. Down to business again. Internacional currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And here's Mbappe. Zakaria.
Switzerland always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Yamal has created 1 goal already. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Sambolo. Nicely spread. Van Dijk. Pacho. And it's Jordi Alba for Parejo. Spread to the right. And it's Bergkamp. Yamal. And it's Bergkamp. He's having a hit! Internacional can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
And here's Mbappe. Shot, surely! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Internacional just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads.
Might want to be careful there.
Now it's Mbappe. Played out to the left flank. Jordi Alba. Just about up to the hour now. Yamal. And here's Forlan. Tries a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And again! Goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Number 7.
Internacional are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Internacional perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Mbappe looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
And he welcomes it in.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Distributed tidily. Now it's Yamal. Forlan. Bruno Fernandes. Xhaka producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now it's Forlan. Now it's Mbappe. And it's lofted through here. Switzerland can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Not the most accurate pass. Good ball, good take. Great vision. Jordi Alba. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Bruno. He's going for goal! It's anyone's ball now. Now this chance!
Substitution for Switzerland. Number 11. Coming on the field is number 16.
They'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Now it's Mbappe. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Oh, right place, right time. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Tempers are flaring. The referee really needs to get a grip again. To go forward. Internacional are looking to go forward now. Internacional can consider themselves just about safe now. Van Dijk. Pacho. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. To Bruno Fernandes. Forlan. That's good vision. Akanji. Freuler. That's Vargas. Pinches it off him.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now it's Vargas. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Xhaka! It is a fantastic goal! A finish of true class! Deep into injury time! Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Switzerland give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Now it's Oka. Can he finish? And that is doing no harm at all. And that is the final whistle. Internacional have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Internacional demonstrating exactly how to play on hostile ground. They were forced to persevere and be patient, but they never lost their belief nor their focus, and they basically saw a great performance through right to the end.
And a quick reminder today, everybody, to make sure to put any litter
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
a clear
everybody,
night,
and
all the
welcome to
ingredients for a
today's
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Begley.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course. So with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
So off we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Luka Modric. He's someone, Peter, who reads the game that little bit quicker than everyone else. He's got fantastic technique too, and that allows him to weigh his through balls to near perfection, as well as keep hold of it when...
Takes the shot! Loose, here's a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Internacional with the corner, there first. And that's a throw-in. Jordi Alba. Parejo, distributed tidily. And here's Yamal. Takes aim, he leaps for it! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Croatia finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Internacional leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Baturina, great vision. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Jordi Alba. Pacho. And it's Jordi Alba for Ferran Torres. Pacho. And it's Van Dijk. It's a pretty loose pass.
This is the time you need that pace.
Quarter of an hour played. Internacional, currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Van Dijk. Pacho. And it's Jordi Alba. Now Van Dijk. Cafu, a true great in every sense of the word. Pacho. And it's Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba. Stanisic did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Van Dijk. For Parejo. And it's Jordi Alba. And here's Ferran Torres. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? Pacho calmly anticipates. Jordi Alba. Parejo. Ferran Torres. And it's Bergkamp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Van Dijk. Pacho. 30 minutes gone. Ferran Torres. Cross flung in towards the middle. Modric.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Croatia ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Parejo. Jordi Alba. Played out towards the right wing. And here's Bergkamp. Now it's Yamal. And the finish! And there's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Internacional are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Jordi Alba. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And it's Parejo. And it's Bergkamp. And here's Mbappe! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Sucic. Stanisic. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Jordi Alba. And Parejo. Cafu.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Parejo. Spread out to the left, back where it came from. Stanisic. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Perisic. And it's half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Reminder today, everybody, to
Internacional
make sure to put any
sitting
litter in
pretty
the bins
here.
provided.
2 goals,
Thank
putting
you for
them
your
into the
cooperation.
driving seat.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
The second period is underway. And it's Sucic. Stanisic wants to run onto this. Vuskovic spots it and intercepts. Baturina. Ferran Torres. Good ball, good take. Well timed, excellent interception. Baturina. That'll be a throw-in. And it's Sucic. Ferran Torres. Pacho. And that has left him in a heap. Looking to play him in. And the shot! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. That was easy, almost too easy.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Internacional find a position of real strength now. Vuskovic. And it's Pasalic.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Back to the keeper it goes. Vuskovic goes looking wide. Looking for options for movement. And that's been drilled in. Yamal. For Ferran Torres.
The
Parejo.
attendance for this match was
Hops for safety.
96,628.
Cafu. And it's Parejo. And Jordi Alba. That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
Might want to be careful there.
Cafu. Yamal. Can he get onto this? Oh, good climb! Read the delivery beautifully, but got the finish all wrong.
Substitution for International, number 21.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Number 17, coming on the field, number 13, Fermin. Number 16, Rodri. Substitution for International, number 11, Bergkamp. Number 6, Ferran Torres. Coming on the field, number 10, Messi. Number 4,
Internacional have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Internacional perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Chance for a shot!
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, there's going to be a significant change of approach, I think. They really are shaking up their attack now.
Internacional have the chance to go the other way. Fermin. He's a sharp little ball here. Shapes to shoot! No, he's missed it. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Substitution for International, number 2, Van Dijk. Coming on to replace him is number
Modric
8,
picks it up from the goal kick. Mbappe, Messi, closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And it's Messi. And here's Mbappe. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, that was vital. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Referee's given a throw. Croatia making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
And here's Messi. Lopez. He's having a hit! Oh, brilliant from Yamal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own.
After 80 minutes.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Perisic. They get a throw in. Well, that has not gone well. Mbappe. Guardiola cuts out the pass. Not the most accurate pass. Pacho. And it's Laporte. Rodri. Cafu. Here's Rodri. And it's Jordi Alba. Stanisic producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And here's Mbappe. Guardiola gets over and intercepts. And it's Messi. And Messi! Oh, that is outstanding! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
After 88 minutes is...
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Lionel Messi! Lionel Messi!
Croatia have opted to make another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very leggy.
Internacional are having a ball here. Stanisic really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Budimir. Oh, good spread. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Laporte. Rodri. Pacho. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And it's Jordi Alba. That looks a good ball through. Caught offside that time. Modric. Now it's Vlasic. So that's it. It is all over. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Yamal claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
With the father of a
So
boy
many thanks
in
to Jim
yellow
Beglin. That's all.